गणराया अष्टविनायक शुभानना
अष्टविनायक शुभानना
सिद्धि विनायक शुभानना
सिद्धि विनायक शुभानना
विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन
विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
पार्वती नंदन शुभानना
मंगलमूर्ति श्री गणराया
मंगलमूर्ति श्री गणराया
जय गणराया श्री गणराया जय गणराया श्री गणराया अष्टविनायक शुभानना सिद्धि विनायक शुभानना विघ्नेश्वरा गणनाथ गजानन
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे
तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा बाबा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तुम ही हो गीता तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद पुराण
तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद पुराण
ओ बाबा तुम ही हो गीता तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद पुराण
तुम ही रामायण तुम ही हो वेद पुराण
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा
नाम एक सहारा,
नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
बाबा तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
बाबा तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा,
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
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 नाम एक सहारा,
एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
तेरा नाम एक सहारा,
राम रहीम को भजने वाले तेरे पुजारी बाबा,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा, परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा, परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा, परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
चांद और सूरज तुमने बनाए,
सूरज तुमने बनाए,
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए,
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए,
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए,
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा, परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा, परतिपुरीश्वर बाबा,
अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई, द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई,
अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई, द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई,
अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई, द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई, बाबा
धरतीपुरीश्वर बाबा
चांद और सूरज तुमने बनाए
चांद और सूरज तुमने बनाए
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए
नदियाँ सागर तुमने बना
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा धरतीपुरीश्वर बाबा
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा धरतीपुरीश्वर बाबा
अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई
अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई
शिरडी परती तुमने बनाई
शिरडी परती तुमने बसा
बाबा शिरडी परती तुमने बनाई
शिरडी परती तुमने बसा
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा धरतीपुरीश्वर बाबा
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am home, eternal home.
I am home, eternal Lord.
I am home, eternal home.
I am home, eternal Lord.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
Truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am love, I am love, you are love.
I am love, I am love, pure love.
I am love, 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 I am love, you are love.
I am love, 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 I am love, pure love.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am Om, 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 I am Om, eternal Om.
I am Om, eternal Lord.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
I am truth, I am peace, divine bliss.
Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Hey Ananda Swarupa, Hey Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
I am love, I am love, you are love.
I am love, I am love, pure love.
I am love, 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 I am love, you are love.
I am love, 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 I am love, pure love.
I am love, 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 I am love, you are love.
I am love, 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 I am love, pure love.
I am love, I am love, you are love.
I am love, pure love.
Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am.
Sairam, and good evening to all of you. Sairam, and good evening to all of you from Corona, California, on this holy auspicious day of Diwali. Our collective pranams to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for allowing us to have this event here. A little snapshot of the work that's been done over the last 12 years, I think, is very important for us to acknowledge. There's a global mission across 33 countries. These have started since 2011 in initiatives in nutrition, education, and healthcare, and they've served millions and millions of people since that time. It's truly astonishing to me when I look at the numbers written down here, what's been done in that short amount of time. 28 educational campuses, a university in South India, 3 institutions in Nigeria, Laos, and Australia, educate almost 5,000 boys and girls yearly. And I must take a moment to say that when you meet these children, it's absolutely amazing how brilliant these children are. Most who haven't been given a chance to get a proper education and now are being educated at what I think is the best institutions in the world. There's a 360-bed hospital that treats over 1,200 patients a day. It serves as a teaching hospital for India's first free medical school that was inaugurated by the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, on March 25th, 2023. And we will be hearing about this glorious mission and also the glorious buildings in just a little bit. But it doesn't end there. There's also 10 specialty hospitals in India, 5 that do pediatric cardiac surgeries and cath procedures, and 5 that are mother and child hospitals. There's 3 hospitals abroad in Fiji, Sri Lanka, and Nigeria. And for those that don't know, there's actually one here in our backyard in Clarksdale, Mississippi, where we were just a few nights ago. And I'm happy to say this brings Swami's mission collectively. It's not just what we think of as developing nations, but also in our own backyard where people are in need of help. And the first time I think I traveled to Clarksdale, Mississippi, it was very eye-opening to me to see how poor healthcare was in certain parts of the United States. And this is another expression of Swami's divine love by going to the South and bringing up the healthcare system there. So that project has started. I want to talk a little bit about the Annapurna nutrition program. Serves 3 million school kids daily, which to me, once again, is amazing. We have brothers Anand and Sai Prasad here who run that mission. And something that's not talked about as much, but probably the most important, 12 centers of human development in 11 countries. I think when I hear all of this and look at the short amount of time frame that it happened, it's amazing to me. It's written up there, it says one world, one family. And truly, Sadhguru has shown us that over the last decade or so. I want to share one story that actually touched me this whole time from Clarksdale, told to me by Dr. David Cornsweet. It had to do when the Clarksdale clinic was coming up when it first started, and there were little rumblings about it all over the world. And there was a person in Russia who heard about this who did not have much at all, was so touched by this and so touched to see what Sadhguru was doing for the people of Mississippi that she contributed to that, sight unseen, not knowing what was going on, with almost nothing in her name in her bank account. And we all know of hundreds and hundreds of stories like that. But I think when we see that, and then when I hear of Sadhguru's mission of one world, one family, it doesn't end there. All these countless thousands and thousands of children who are not only getting educated, fed, but getting care done, because it's all part of their divine right when they're born. And I think for us, it's seeing Sadhguru working tirelessly, day in and day out, without fail, trying to get this to happen. Because if it was our child, we would want the same thing. So we see it day in and day out, and it causes us to want to do more. So on that note, I do want to have a short video shown on the new medical school and the genesis of it. And maybe please play that now.
Wealth of a nation is its wealth is the most often quoted maxim, and every country strives to provide for the well-being of its citizens. But despite concerted efforts, there still exists significant opportunities to bridge the gap in healthcare access and affordability. That we need a new way of thinking to revolutionize how healthcare is received and delivered cannot be emphasized more. Thus, the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission, under the able leadership of Sri Madhusudan Sai, a visionary and a humanitarian, emerged with a universal friendly grand vision in the year 2011, inspired by the ideals of the 21st century philanthropist and spiritual leader, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The vision was to make healthcare completely free of cost for all, and the work commenced with pediatric congenital heart surgeries in India, where nearly 70% of the population lives in rural areas. Only 25% of the country's healthcare infrastructure is accessible for them, and 55 million individuals are pushed into poverty annually due to the healthcare costs. Thus, 5 single specialty hospitals in India, through the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Child Heart Care Hospitals, one in Fiji and another in Sri Lanka, were established to treat children with congenital heart diseases absolutely free of cost. Over the last 11 years, more than 27,000 children have been saved through surgeries and cath procedures at these hospitals. A multi-specialty hospital in South India, 2 hospitals in Nigeria, and a medical center in Mississippi, USA also serve the needy. The triple goals of the healthcare mission are affordable, free for all, accessible, hospitals in rural geographies, and available, creating healthcare professionals. While accessible and free healthcare to all was becoming a reality through these medical facilities, the availability of inspired medical professionals who would joyfully embrace the opportunity to work in remote rural areas was becoming a significant challenge. The doctor-to-patient ratio in rural India was 1:11,082 as compared to 1:1,511 pan-India, whereas the norms of the World Health Organization mandates 1:1,000. Shortage in availability of specialists in rural India is about 76%, which can be attributed to the high cost of medical education and the burden of debt. Therefore, a new educational mission with the stellar vision, in the rural, of the rural, for the rural, to provide free medical education to impoverished students with the sole aim of creating service-minded medical professionals who would be willing to serve in rural geographies was envisioned by Sri Madhusudan Sai. The ideation began in January 2022, and the target date for the first intake of students into the medical college was set for the academic year of 2023. Challenges came by the dozen, but there were also solutions discovered by the sheer hard work of the team who were working on the project and the continuous guidance of Sri Madhusudan Sai. It took almost 8 months to lay the foundation and complete the ground floor after ironing out the various challenges. During the following 6 months, the project's team engaged about 25 agencies to complete the construction, with over 1,000 workers on site day and night, who made it ready for inspection by the National Medical Commission in February 2023. An outstanding report of compliance and recommendation to commence the undergraduate medical education program for the academic year 2023 was sanctioned. A mention-worthy point here is that the project management cost for building the medical college was almost nil. The Prashanthi Balamandira Trust, being a public charitable trust that operates educational institutions and a multi-specialty hospital, it solicits support from the like-minded individuals and corporates through their corporate social responsibility programs. Every penny of the donor counts, and the trust is very diligent about keeping the administration costs very low. For the financial year 2022-23, the administrative costs were kept as low as 2.5%. It was an epoch-making day, and India's first completely free medical college, Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, was inaugurated by none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, on the 25th of March 2023 at Muddenahalli in the South Indian state of Karnataka. The medical college stood tall to embrace students who would be free from any sort of commercial encumbrances. It was a fulfilling moment when the first batch of 50 students, 32 boys and 18 girls, joined for the academic year 2023.
ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಗ್ರಾಮದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ 4 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಸಲಹುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ ತಾಯಂದಿರು ಕೂಡ ಹೆರಿಗೆಗಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಗಳಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇರುವ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. This inspired me to become a doctor to serve the poor people of my village. ಈ ನನ್ನ ಕನಸು ಈ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೆರವೇರುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ದೈವಿಕ ಪವಾಡವೇ ಎನ್ನಬಹುದು. I will be the first one in my village to become a doctor. My dream to serve the people of my country is getting fulfilled here. I will work hard every day to realize this dream.
29% of these students are from families whose occupation is agriculture, and 55% of the students hail from families with less than $300 income per month. The Diplomate of National Board (DNB) postgraduate course has also been instituted with 9 students for for the academic year 2023. Nursing and paramedical courses are also being offered at this college completely free of cost.
I come from a family of farmers in Melur, a small village in Karnataka. I am feeling this is the best medical college in the country because of its world-class infrastructure, well-equipped laboratory, experienced faculties, and hostel with a homely environment. We are encouraged to cultivate good values in our life to become doctors of compassionate heart, competent mind, and capable hands.
The Sri Sathya Sai Sarla Memorial Hospital, a multi-specialty hospital with 150 oxygenated beds and 150 general beds, which was already functioning since 2018, now serves as the teaching hospital of the medical college. The hospital has treated over 6 lakh outpatients and 18,000 inpatients ever since its inception, and thus can offer a rich case mix and load for the medical students, allowing for further research and study.
I come from a middle-class family and my mother is the only earning member. This college is not just giving medical education free, but the quality is no way compromised, be it the education or any other infrastructure facilities. All of these are at par with the premier institutions of the world. I want to become a doctor, not to make money or lead a luxurious life, but having seen firsthand where poor people were denied healthcare facilities just because they couldn't pay for it, I felt that I should join this profession and serve those people who are in need of such services. I feel that this institution is filling up that void by giving quality healthcare services to all those who need it. I am very grateful for this wonderful opportunity and feel privileged to be part of this amazing college.
The white coat ceremony was ceremonially performed for the first batch of students, and they took the solemn oath of physicians as per the Indian philosophy of healthcare declared in Charaka Shapath in the Sanskrit language. Accentuating this oath, the students further pledged that they shall use their skills and knowledge with competence and compassion to serve the unserved in rural geographies.
My father runs a small provision store and my mother is a homemaker. During the process of counseling, we learnt about an institution where the hostel fee, college fee, mess fee is completely free of cost. We were astonished and thought, could this really happen in the present world? By God's grace, I secured an admission in this college, but that was only the beginning. A few days of joining, we were slowly oriented to the culture and values of this organization. With spirituality and service as the basis, I was deeply touched by the amount of service done by Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai to serve the poorest of the poor. This showed me a new path, new purpose and goal for my life.
Free from the burden of debts, liberated from all limiting beliefs, and rescued from the vicious cycle of commerce dictating opportunities to education, this first of its kind medical college, the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, is now open for any child born anywhere in the world to dream and realize his or her vision of becoming a doctor with only one condition, which is to perpetuate the idea of using education to serve humanity selflessly.
So it's hard not to look at that video and be astonished, because I can tell you in real life, those buildings and the insides look so much nicer than the pictures. The pictures don't do them justice. And it's amazing to me when I walk into a building like that and think that children are getting free education at such an institution. So I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Sean Setti. I live in Los Angeles. I'm a pediatric heart surgeon. I'm on the board of the Divine Will Foundation and also of the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Medical Foundation. Wanted to thank brothers Samit and Bharat for the beautiful bhajans. And Bharat may be the only bhajan singer who also wears a construction hat. So Bharat was instrumental in getting the medical college built. You wouldn't see him during that time anywhere else other than being in those buildings with a hard hat on, day and night, working to get that built. And it was just an amazing thing to see. Him and his team built that building in a record amount of time, and I'll let him speak a little bit to that fact. But I also want to convey my thanks to everyone else here, the rest of the US and the world that contributed to help with the building of the medical school. So without further ado, Mr. Bharth Kumar.
ब्रह्मानंदम परमसुखदम केवलम ज्ञानमूर्तिम द्वंद्वातीतम गगनसदृशम तत्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम एकम नित्यम विमलम अचलम सर्वदी साक्षिभूतम भावातीतम त्रिगुणरहितम सद्गुरुम तम नमामि. Offering the bouquet of our collective love, gratitude and salutations at the lotus feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Dear sisters and brothers who have gathered here on this beautiful evening, which also happens to be a celebration, a festival of lights, Diwali. Happy Diwali to all of you. It is indeed a celebration, a festival of lights today. Because it is because of each one of you, because of the contribution of each one of you, dear sisters and brothers from the land of the United States of America, that we together, under the leadership of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, have brought light to the world, light to the medical world, where a student from rural India, who cannot otherwise afford medical education, can today walk into its portals and receive priceless education. Education without paying any price, totally free of cost, receive the best medical education, because we together have made it possible, the world's first totally free medical college. Congratulations to all of you. It is a great opportunity to go down the memory lane to that very day when Sadguru announced that he is going to start. There is a pressing need to start this medical college, because the rural India, where 65 to 70% of the Indian population where it lives is totally underserved. Just to give you an idea of how, I would say, how bad the situation is there, the health infrastructure in rural India. In just 12 seconds, every 12 seconds, there is a death in maternal mortality. That is a mother who is trying to give a birth to her child, maternal mortality. Stillbirths, children who are born lifeless. And infant mortality, that is children who die within the age of 0 months to 1 year. Every 12 seconds. And that is because there are no qualified health specialists and providers in rural India. And if we go a level deeper and ask, why is this so? Why aren't there health professionals in rural India? The answer is because health education is so commercialized that people have to pay so exorbitant fees that their profession, when they pass out, when they graduate, it becomes a means of return on investment. Obviously, if somebody has taken a loan, their first intent will be to pay back that loan to the bank. So where is the question of compassion? Where is the question of service to them? But then, when this medical education is given totally free of cost, they have gratitude in their hearts. I'm sure you could have seen that sparkle in their eye in each of the students who spoke. The first 50, the batch of 50, it has become a reality today. The students have started attending their classes. So these are children from rural India. They have the fire in their belly and the magic in their hands to serve the public, to serve the rural India from which they have come. So today this has become a reality. And I feel very happy also because I myself am a student of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I did my MBA from Puttaparthi in the year 2003 to 2005. And when this gift of education happened to me, We were going through a deep personal crisis. This was in the year 2003. And those were times when, a few years earlier when the Twin Towers had come down, along with the Twin Towers, the whole industry of tourism had also come down. People were not traveling anymore, and my father had a job in the travel industry, and we were in a very tough financial situation at that time. It was at that moment that this gift of education came to me totally free of cost. And I had the dignity at that moment not to depend on my parents, but to receive an education totally standing on my own feet. And having got that education totally free of cost, without any encumbrance, as a gift is never sold. A gift is never given at a subsidized price. We don't say, okay, this is going to cost, say, $100, I'm going to give it for 50. That is not a gift. A gift is a gift when it is given from the heart, without any expectation, without any price associated with it. That is when it becomes priceless. That was when I received this MBA, and that gratitude, the gratitude of having received an education with dignity, with quality, without having to depend on my parents, without having to take a loan, that beckoned me later in life to lead a life of gratitude, to give back to society what society had given, because someone somewhere in some part of the world had sacrificed for me to get that education. So I had a career, a very, I must say, globe-trotting career in international trade. I was working for a paper trading company which had a turnover of $500 million. It was a very flourishing career. I had an opportunity to travel to this part of the world more because I was given the responsibility of developing markets in Latin America from Mexico down to Chile. So it was a wonderful experience. It was an enriching experience, but somewhere down deep in my heart, I felt, what is it that I'm doing with my life? It doesn't satisfy me. How can I lead my life in such a way that it can be more meaningful? It can have an impact on others, and more importantly, a life of gratitude which expresses itself as service. Swami says, love all, serve all. Love is there. But what is love if it cannot be expressed as service? And I was searching at that time for a means, an opportunity to come back and express my life as love and service. That was when I got to know about Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, and the strings of destiny, I must say, were pulled in a manner that I got to meet him. And in matters of heart, it is very simple. The moment I saw him, I knew that this is something divine. I had an opportunity to be with Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and I knew that it is the same divine which is expressing itself in a different way. Both are ice creams. You say one is, say, vanilla ice cream, other is a butterscotch ice cream or whatever. But the essence is the same. The love, the selflessness, the concern for others was the same. That was when he told me, Bharat, my devotees from all over the world are giving me their hard-earned money which is coming out of lot of sacrifice. And I want you to come and join the team and ensure that this money is well utilized. I said, Swami, what should I do? And he said, resign immediately from your job and come and join. There is not much time left. There is a lot to be done. Thankfully, grace dawned. These are moments when something else takes over in your life. I can't even claim the virtue of having made that decision. Surrender happened. One cannot surrender. Surrender happens. And that surrender happened at that time. And I must say, it has been almost 6.5 years since that surrender happened. And life has been so beautiful. Life has been so wonderful. Life is so meaningful in this presence. And so many miracles have happened, so many monuments, so many edifices of love, so many temples of learning, so many temples of healing have happened. Many times recently, Many people ask, how is it possible that such buildings, such edifices are built in such a short time? What is the magic behind this? Even in developed countries where they have resources, this is not possible. How is this possible? What is making this possible? As a witness to this, dear sisters and brothers, I must say, it is a magic, no doubt. But it is a magic of selfless love. Selfless love, because what was the connection between United States of America and rural India? We can all understand, if the project was about building a hospital in USA, yes, the people of USA could have supported. But the people of USA rallied behind Swami in this vision and made this hospital possible in rural India. Why? Because of the magic of selfless love. Because of the magic in the belief that we are not different. We may be from different countries, from different communities, different languages, but we are one world. We are one family. When work happened with that spirit of one world, one family, this miracle manifested itself. Yes, there were 1,000 people working every single day and night on this project. And the message, the purpose of why this was being built, percolated to the very, very last worker who was working there. Because India, as you know, is a calendar of festivals and electoral voting days. Voting happens in some state or the other. Festivals happen every other month. And in those times, to have the labor, which are a very, very critical aspect of the construction, to have them there was a miracle. And it is my pleasure to share, what was the reason why these people stayed back? They didn't go back for a Shankaranti. They didn't go back for a Pongal. These are festivals in India. They didn't go back. They stayed back. And the reason was they knew that what they were building was not just another building. What they were building was not just another college. What they were building was not just another hospital. But what they were building was hope for their children, their very own children. They knew that though they were daily laborers, maybe hardly getting about less than, if you take their monthly wages, it would be less than $150 US dollars. But they knew that their children, if they study well, if they clear an eligibility test, they can come, they can stand here, and they can get an education, they can get a life of dignity, they can get a life of purpose in this very building. So knowing that they were not just building a building, they were building a hope for their own children, their very own children, they worked there. I would like to share one more incident which happened during that time. It was late in the night, around 2 o'clock in the wee hours, early morning or late night, or however you want to call it. So we were going there for rounds, and we saw one worker who was working there fixing the air conditioning system along with a few people there. We asked them, we saw you working in the morning, we saw you working in the afternoon, how come we are working in this middle of the night? Aren't you tired? And this person was a person from central India, somewhere in central India. He was speaking Hindi, so he told me in Hindi, he said, when I was young, this was his answer, when I was young, my father had met with an accident, and we had no means to save my father. I had no means, no economical, financial means to take my father to a hospital and save him. At that time, there was this hospital called Satyasai Sai Hospital, to where we could take my father, and my father was saved. My father became hale and healthy. I could not do anything at that time because there was no bill counter, there is no bill book. So how could I ever give back, repay the debt of gratitude? I was always in search of that. Today I got an opportunity. Today I got an opportunity to repay the debt. So what I worked in the morning was for my company, and this work at night is for Swami. Dear sisters and brothers, once again, very, very grateful, very, very thankful for this miracle of love, this miracle of this world's first medical college, which has happened through the effort of all of you, under his leadership, of course. Because he today means so many things to so many people at the same time. Today is a festival of lights. We pray, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From a life of darkness, lead me to light. And he is a guru. He is a master who is leading many on the path of light. He is a spiritual master on one side. On the other hand, to that child who is hungry in rural India, who has to go to his rural school, his government school, on a hungry stomach, he represents hope and nutrition. Because, dear sisters and brothers, it is not 3,000 children. It is not 30,000 children. It is 3 million children who are being fed nutrition breakfast every single day. For a tiny tot who has a hole in the heart, who has an anomaly of the heart, who has no means whatsoever to go and afford a medical treatment for himself, he is representing life. Because till today, in the last 10 years, 28,000 gifts of life have been given. 28,000 families have received this gift of life. And as we saw today, for someone who aspires to be a doctor, who aspires to lead a life of service and compassion, he has provided an opportunity. And for all of us who want to lead a life of purpose, he is providing an opportunity where we can move from I to we to he. It is because it is said that if I is replaced with we, illness becomes wellness. And it is because so many people were inspired to take this journey from I to we, illness transformed to wellness to thousands and thousands of people back in India. So thank you once again, all of you, for making this miracle happen, to have onboarded this journey from I to we to he. So today, without much ado, I know we have all gathered here to listen from him. When one listens to him in his presence, something happens, something magical happens. A little while ago, a couple of days ago, I had this opportunity to express to him, Swami, when we listen to this, there are these dictums of truth, these pearls of wisdom we have heard many times from many people. But when we hear from you, they go inroads, they make inroads into our psyche, they make inroads into our heart, and something happens. How is that? He said, it is not just inroads. He said, transformation happens. It is not just inroads, transformation happens. Praying that this magic of transformation happens to all of us in such a way that we live our lives, we experience that oneness with everything and everyone just as he is experiencing it. With these words of gratitude, and once again thanking each and every one of you for having participated, to have made this miracle possible, because this is not a joke. The world's first free medical college which is the most commercialized aspect of education back in India, it is given free of cost today, is a miracle which the world will realize today, world has realized today, but generations later people will remember that people, like-minded people, came together and made this miracle possible. So thank you. And with these, I would like to pray to Sadguru to bless us all with his divine message on this festival of lights. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat. It's always so inspiring to hear from him, someone who came through the system and is giving back. you know, it's amazing to me to hear these stories and to see it in action in just this short amount of time. Just brought back memories to me on a child that we operated on in 2013 in Raipur. When I went there thinking, let's go help a few children get better, but I think over time, Sadhguru has shown us that it's actually our own self-transformation, so I just wanted to share that. We have a few local dignitaries here I want to invite up to the stage. They're here to honor Sadhguru on his many, many, many achievements from the County of Riverside and the Corona Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to introduce Bobby Spiegel, President of the Corona Chamber of Commerce, Karen Spiegel, Riverside County Supervisor, Dr. Sam Buenrostro, Superintendent of the Corona Unified School District, Mary Ibarra, also from the Corona Norco Medical School District, the Board President, Carol Coyne, Tobacco Use Prevention Program Manager, and Robin Jones from Accounting and Grants and Projects and Technician.
On behalf of the Corona Chamber of Commerce, I'm going to have Dr. Buenrostro, who serves on my board, say a word or two, but we are so impressed, and our connection here locally is through Rupa Sharma. We've learned that she does not take no for an answer, and we've worked with her and her team often in Corona with the health camps held at this very facility of Corona High School. Dr. Buenrostro is the superintendent of all the schools, and this is the original Corona High. Please welcome Dr. Buenrostro.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the invitation to be here. We are honored for you, Sadhguru, to be here in Corona and to be here at one of our high schools. And as Mr. Spiegel said, the school that we call it the mothership, where we started here our education. We have 53 schools, and it's an honor on behalf of the president, Mrs. Ibarra, and myself, the superintendent, to have you here in attendance. Thank you so much.
And I'd like to introduce the county supervisor, who is my wife, but when she was mayor of the city of Corona, actually before that, when she was city treasurer, she worked with Rupa. Rupa came to her, to Karen and myself, to come up with the health camp. She supported that from day one, and the camp has continued. But please welcome the Honorable Karen Spiegel.
Thank you for being here in Corona and Riverside County. The video says it all, and some of the words that have been shared. It has touched me even more than the experience with Rupa and all that has been going on the last decade here in Corona. The message is received. We really appreciate your mission, the people that follow you, because you're doing so much good. And I really enjoyed turning an eye to we. I think that really hit home. So thank you for being here with us tonight.
It's my honor and gratitude, of course, to receive our Sadhguru here in Corona, which we never dreamt of. But again, the people behind here are the backbone of our city. Many of you have come from different parts of USA. I just wanted to say that, Swami, 20 years ago, when we wanted to start a medical camp after the buildings collapsed, I went to Bobby Spiegel's office and I spoke to him and Dr. Nitin Shah. I do not know if he's here today. Dr. Nitin Shah is the one who inspired us to go out and do this camp. And I went and spoke to him, and he just came forward, and his wife Karen Spiegel came forward, and we did the first camp in a park. And the district came to know about it, and they joined our hands, and we took off since 2004, and then joined by Robin and Carol and Mary Ibarra became a PTA president at that time, and she was so moved by this selfless service, which has always been an inspiration from our, Sadguru. So they joined our team, and now we have become really one world, one family. I mean, it's always been that way, but I think, it's been already followed here. We've been following it for the last 16 years, working together as one family. So I sincerely want to thank our, school district CNUSD, as well as Karen Spiegel from the city and Bobby Spiegel from the chamber, coming together to honor our Sadguru, which means a lot to us. And also, I wanted to see that we continue to work together and do bigger camps and serve greater community of needy people. And thank you again, once again, to everyone for being here and taking part in this one. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. Yet another accolade to put on the shelf. May we all now pray to Sadguru for the divine message on this auspicious day.
The great Indian scriptures teach us that those who are narrow-minded, they alone think of differences between people, but the broad-minded ones think of the whole world as one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And that is the message of India, that is the message of love and fraternity for everyone. And that is the message they have written here very boldly, one world, one family. So this mission now is about one world, one family, where we all feel that we are part of one global family. We are not different from each other that way. And we feel for each other, we love each other, we serve each other, and that is what we are doing around the world. So to this one big world family, a very happy Deepavali, which is as Bharat mentioned, is the festival of lights. And light represents hope, light represents wisdom, light represents future, light represents brightness, and light represents a journey. So therefore, on this festival night, when I saw so many of you have lit lamps, and many of them, even the auditorium has many nice, beautiful lights. It's a very nice auditorium. It feels like everything is a festival over here. And more than that, I see a light in all your hearts, a light of love, a lamp of love that's glowing in your hearts. And that makes this even more festive. I was telling yesterday, we were there in San Jose, and I was telling I've been lighting lamps of love. I started from New Jersey, and now I'm in Los Angeles, all the way lighting lamps of love in the hearts of so many people whom we met. And each of them now is a lamp capable of lighting another lamp. And that is how this lamp, this light of love can spread in the world if each one of us offers ourselves to the divine, to light this heart with the lamp of love And that love should spread to all parts of the world. That is the mission. That is what we are here for. I'm also very grateful to the high school, Corona High School, the superintendent and the president for allowing us to use this venue to meet our people, and also to the Chamber of Commerce and the president, the mayor, and everybody else of this county for having acknowledged and recognized the good work that is being done. I'm only a representative of the good that all these people do, and therefore they are the ones who need to be acknowledged and congratulated. So on behalf of all of them, of course, that the good that we do should spread to all parts of the world. That is the reason why we are here. To the devotees, this was not to be in the beginning. We were so busy and the work was increasing, we thought we will just skip the satsang, we'll skip this gathering. But then I felt there are so many of these devotees who cannot travel to India, who cannot come to other parts of the US also, because US is a very big country, and to go from one corner to the other, it takes a lot of effort. So we should have a satsang. Where is David? David is here. I told him, I insisted that we must meet our people and we go there, and I'm so happy seeing all of you, and all of you are all smiles, and you all have decked up, dressed up so well for the occasion. It makes me really happy to see all of you. It really fills my heart with so much of joy. And that is all I want. Everybody should be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, it says. Let everybody be happy. May everybody be joyful. We don't want any sorrow on this earth. That's not how it was meant to be. That's not how we were created. We were all created in the image of that supreme divinity, which is always joyful, which is always happy. And that is our way, that is the natural behavior, that we should always be happy and joyful. Anything that makes us unhappy and we are not joyful, it means we have deviated from our original nature. So we must find a way to go back to where we belong. We belong to this paradise of joy that is this planet. There is no heaven, there is no greater heaven than being here and being happy. And happiness is all that we chase in all our life. But we do not know the real happiness, where does it come from? We generally think it comes when we are succeeding in our life. We are achieving whatever goals we have set out to achieve. We are able to realize our dreams and ambitions. And we are having a good, warm relationship with our community and people. We think that is happiness. Yes, it is happiness. It is also happiness. But that happiness does not last. That happiness comes and goes. If we succeed, we are happy, but another day we are going to fail, and then we'll be unhappy. So what is the way to be truly, truly happy is the way of spirituality. That is what we know. When you try to make others happy, then you become happy, and that happiness stays. But when we try to make ourselves happy, we may become happy, but that happiness does not last. So the real secret of permanent happiness is try to make others happy. Try to do something for someone that improves their life, that helps them, that makes them smile. And that joy that comes out of this, that lasts forever. That kind of happiness is what we must strive for. In that happiness, our happiness is also ensured. So my job is to keep telling people, keep reminding people. Sumit was thinking, remind me, remind me. And I've been reminding people all the time who they are. I've been telling them, you are God, you are divine. You are bliss, you are peace, you are love. That is what you truly are. Anything else is not you. It's a distortion of the real you. So remind yourselves and keep telling yourselves, I am bliss, I am joy, I am peace, I am love, I am divinity. And that is who I am. All names, forms, designations, positions, they are all superimpositions on this original idea that I am divine. And that is the question that we must ask ourselves every day. Wake up every day and ask yourself, who am I? Of course, the mind will tell you are the wife of so-and-so, you're the mother of so-and-so, your father of so-and-so, you are such and such person doing this job. All these answers mind will give the very first moment we open our eyes and remember who we are. But beyond that, we should take a moment when we wake up and sit on your bed and tell yourself, yes, while I am all these things, but I am beyond all these things as well. And I am divine. And take that thought as this core thought, core idea when you wake up. And let that thought guide all other thoughts. Let that be your anchor. I am divine. Yes, I am a father. I am divine. Yes, I am also a businessman. I am divine. Yes, I am also a mother. I am divine. I am also a student. I am divine. I am also a teacher. Everything should happen only after the first thought that I am divine occurs to you. And that doesn't occur. Every time we wake up, we open our eyes, we look around, immediately all our false identity comes and settles on us. We see our things around, then while sleeping, we don't remember who we are. In sleep, we all become one. Even a dog, a bird, a cow, an elephant, a man, a woman, a king or pauper, we all become one when we are in deep sleep. We forget all our identities. But the moment we wake up, we open our eyes, our mind comes back, and then the first thing we remember is, oh, last night I left this in the refrigerator and this is what I'm going to eat this morning. Most of the people do this. Oh, I have this job to do, that's pending today, these are the meetings, and these are the things to do and achieve. All that identity comes back to us, which we had lost during our deep sleep. But before all that identity occurs to us, please try to remember, I am divine and also all these things. I am divine and I am a mother. I am divine, I am a father. I am divine, I am a son. I am divine, I am a teacher, a student, a businessman, whatever. That I am divine should be the first thought, and then everything else should follow thereafter. That is the effort that we must put every morning. And if you want, you can write it and put it on the wall right opposite your bed, so that when you wake up, the first thing you see is, remember, you are divine. It's very difficult because mind is used to thinking of all other identities. But you will see something magical will start happening. When you wake up and first thought that occurs to you is, I am divine. You suddenly see your attitude towards everything changes. I'm not saying your problems will disappear, challenges will diminish. I'm not saying everything will become better the very next moment that you read that you are divine. But your attitude, your ability to handle things, your ability to respond to the things that come your way will change. You will be far more strong, far more capable of dealing with things with a sense of calmness, with a sense of serenity, the sense of balance, which otherwise is lost the moment we wake up, thinking of anything else. So till this becomes a natural habit for us to remember and realize that we are divine, we have to keep putting these efforts. Keep putting these efforts every day. I am divine, I am divine. During the COVID times, we were studying the scriptures, and what's there on the YouTube now? So they asked me, I was teaching about the Upanishads and what we call as the great statements, Mahavakyas of the Upanishads. And what are these great statements? Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am divine. Prajnanam Brahma, which means consciousness is divine. Ayam Atma Brahma means this self itself is divine. And Tattvamasi, you are that, thou are that. All these are great statements of the rishis from the Upanishads. So I was teaching all these things, and not many people know Sanskrit, especially abroad. So they said, these are all very tough, tongue twisters. Give us something simple to remember. And I thought, Aham Brahmasmi is the shortest one. But even Asmi means is. So this one is Brahman, that is what it means. I said, remove that is. I am Brahman, that is enough. So we reduce it to Aham Brahma. I am divine, that's what it means. No more, no less. But then the problem is that you may start thinking you alone are divine and everybody else is not. So we had to add a little more to it. Sarvam Brahma. Sarvam Brahma came from another great statement called Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Sarvam means everything. Kalu idam, all that we see, this ones around us, Brahma. Everything is, all that is divine. So now you know that you are divine and everything and everyone also is divine. But somebody, I think it was Gauri Shankar, who could not pronounce Kaluvidam. And Kaduvilam he was saying all the time wrong. So I said, this is not going to work. We have to make it simpler than this. So we deleted Kalvidam and just kept Sarvam Brahma. So now the new age great statement is Aham Brahma, Sarvam Brahma. I am divine, all is divine. When we remember that as the first thing in the morning, You will not fight with your husbands. I can write and give you. Because you have to believe that he is also divine despite whatever he is. And you will also remember your wife is divine despite whatever she is. Knowing all your shortcomings, you will still be able to overcome your judgments, your biases, and still be able to allow each other to be divine in each other's presence. That's possible. I have tested, tried, and I've succeeded in it. And I think everybody can test it, try it, and succeed. May not be on the first day, because sometimes because of all the knowledge that we know about each other, we have our own positions, our judgments, our biases. It's very difficult to believe that the other person can be divine. Even sometimes it's very difficult for us to believe that we are divine because we know our shortcomings. We judge ourselves sometimes too harsh. We do not allow ourselves to be accepted by ourselves. In those moments of weakness, in those moments of low feelings, negative feelings, this one statement can help us. That whatever we are, however we are, good, bad, ugly, we are still divine only. And when we say that again and again and again, it's an affirmation. It makes it manifest. We have to keep telling ourselves so many times till it becomes completely solidified, completely, embedded in every single cell of ours. Till then we have to keep telling ourselves, I am divine, all is divine. Aham Brahma, Sarvam Brahma. I am divine, all is divine. When we do that, believing that whole world is one family, we are all one, becomes very easy. Becomes very easy. Otherwise, this will just be a nice statement. No? Every now and then, people come with great visionary statements. This will become just another statement on the wall. If you really want to feel it, that we are one world, one family, or we are one in our existence as divinity, we have to experience that. And the easiest sadhana is, first thing in the morning, first thought should be this. After that, the day goes on with all its twists and turns. It will go on. But that is the minimum we can do. It doesn't take much effort, right? Maybe you can put your alarm on your phone or clock. It sings, I am divine, everything is divine. So that's the first reminder. Instead of all the funny tunes that we put and those scary bell-like sounds that grow louder and louder every time we press the snooze button. Rather we put this, I am divine. So first time it whispers, I am divine, all is divine. You don't wake up, I am divine, all is divine. You don't wake up, I am divine, all is divine. It yells at you. And you wake up with the same thought. You see, you can do this. It's very easy. And if you start your day on the right foot, if you start your day with this one thought, your day will become different. You will realize it for yourself. You will start seeing the difference in your behavior, your thinking process, the way you interact with people, the way you deal with situations. You will suddenly see that you have distanced yourself from the whole, whatever the activities and all the confusions and all the thoughts that run across your mind. You'll see you're watching everything from a distance. You become a witness to everything. You see people coming, the same people whom you met yesterday, but you see them from a different perspective. Through this prism of I am divine and all is divine. And you will start approaching them better. And I told our students and many staff and people to do this and try to deal with difficult people also with the same thought process. And they found success. They came back and told, you know what, Swami, I had to deal with that naughty boy or that difficult staff because they won't change their ways. But I have changed myself and I am at peace. Even if I am being strict with them, in my heart I have no judgment. In my heart there is no negative feeling for them. In my heart I am not biased. I am being myself. I am being calm. And yet I am doing what needs to be done. And I don't feel guilt for it. I don't feel the burden of doership. I don't feel that I am responsible for it. It becomes so easy. This is what people have come back and told. I told, this is what I experience. So this can be yours too. This is within your reach. You are denying yourself. The other day also I was mentioning, we are prisoners of our own devices. And how did we do that? We went inside the prison cell and locked it from inside. Because there are no locks outside. There is no jailer there to put you in. You have locked yourself and closed the door on yourself. And it's from inside, it's not from the outside. So I can't help it. Even if you tell Swami, redeem me, help me realize this. I can't do anything other than telling you that, you have locked it from the inside. Please open it for yourself. And this is the way to open it. Wake up, first thing you say is, what do you say? I am divine, all is divine. In Sanskrit, Aham Brahma, Sarvam Brahma. Greet each other with this. Hey divine, how are you? Why not? It will change your perspective and you will start living a different life. Nothing else will change. Your home is the same, people around are same, your job is same, your day-to-day issues and problems are also same. But your approach to everything will change. Something within you will change. And that will change everything around you. I need more people to help me do this, because this is the only solution to all the problems in the world. Everything else is temporary. There are all those quick fixes which don't work after some time. Band-aid, as they say. It doesn't work. The real solution is when everybody feels this way. I'm not saying you'll experience it the very first day, but even if you start believing in this thought, it will change things for us. And that is what, if you believe, seeing you, some others will believe, seeing them, others will believe, and this is how this whole love will spread. And this is the lamp that I want you to light on Deepavali. Light this lamp of this conviction, this belief, this complete faith in this idea that I am divine. And everything is also divine around me. And then slowly spread this light to many more people around you. There is no religion in it, there is no God in it, there is no orthodoxy in it, there is no extremism in it. It is simple, pure, plain truth that anybody can understand. When they ask, what do you mean by divine? What is divinity? Selfless love is divinity. God is selfless love, that's it. Spirituality, selfless service. It cannot be simpler than this as a definition of God and spirituality. So who is your God? Anybody who has selfless love is God for us. And what is your way of worshipping that God? Selflessly serving everyone is the way of worshipping that divinity. So this idea should kind of get reinforced in every person of this world. It is very simple, very easy. It just takes you to believe in it, nothing else. No scriptures required, no lectures required, no big austerities and no big sadhana required. Just belief is required. That's all we need. Mr. Tigerit I met in Clarkdale. He's doing well, for those who wonder. And he's also finished his book. I told him to write a book a couple of years ago. It's called Within and Without. And that's going to be a roller coaster ride for the reader, I'm sure. His life has been like that. So a chapter goes within, about the world that he experienced within, and the next chapter is about what happened outside in his life. And keeps switching between the two. It will be an interesting read, and he finished it. He always says, I know I have my own shortcomings, my faults and follies, but my master told me that I'm divine. So I still believe I am divine. Why? Because my master told so. And that's good enough a reason for me to believe. I don't need any other explanation, no reasoning, no logic, no proof, no evidence. My master said, you are divine, and I believe I am divine. How simple. Just believe in the master's word. And I say that all of you are divine. I not just believe, I experience that you are all divine. And therefore we can love each other, serve each other, care for each other without any conditions. It's so simple. And this is what the world needs to hear today. This is what the younger generation need to know. And we are also planning to develop this value education program. We have worked and developed some very simple values, universal values, love, peace, what we already know, the 5 of them, plus another 5, which is mindfulness, environmental consciousness, about other things like patriotism. And these are also being included in this value education book. And Corona High School was the first one here in this Riverside County to come up and say that we want to institute this program in our schools, 50 plus schools. And I told them, our team, to work with them. Let every child hear this, let every child know this, that we are born only to love, we are born to serve, we are born to care for each other, we are born to look after each other. That's the real purpose why we are born in the first place. Let every child know this. And I'm so happy that the president and the superintendent, both of them told me that they're working on developing this and instituting this as a program, school program, so that all school children can get to know about this. I'm so happy, and I'm really very appreciative of your initiative to work on this program. I'm very glad, and I'm sure it'll make a big difference to the children, to the families, to the communities, and to the country at large. This is what they need to learn. The other day we were in San Jose, and we were talking to some very eminent people, and they were also saying the same thing. You know what? Children are not being taught all these things. Parents are too busy, and children have no time to listen to these things. Schools are not telling about these things. We don't know where our next generation is heading. And that is when I told them that there is some program like this. We will try it out in Riverside County. If it works, we'll bring it to San Jose and all of the school districts. And hopefully from there it will spread to the whole country. And I want to see a country, I want to see a world where everybody feels they belong to each other. No discrimination, no differences, no divisions. Even if they don't know each other, still they are not strangers to each other. Whenever they see each other, they smile, they greet each other in the spirit of one family. And whatever is possible, they do for each other. They help each other in whichever way possible. And all the problems of the world will disappear. That is the world we have set out to create. In India, we do what we need to do. In other countries also we need to do. America has plenty. It doesn't need all other kinds of help. It really needs this help that everybody should know that they're divine, and that means they are born to love, they're born to serve, and when they think of everyone as their own, this will happen naturally. So I want to see that kind of change coming over here. And I will come back in next 6 months again, probably in April, and I will get to see you all again in April. Maybe here, maybe in some other county, but yes. Here only? Okay. Rupa Sharma does not take no for an answer, so it has to be Corona here. That's what she told me from there, not anywhere, here. So I will again come back here, maybe to the same auditorium, to talk to your students also, and maybe to the staff and parents and everybody else. So till then, what have you got to do? Every day you wake up and say, I am divine. All is divine. That is the thing that you must say. If you say that for the next 6 months, I'm sure when I come in April, you will be very different people than what you are today. And that is what I want to see. That is the gift you must give back to me for all the effort of traveling all the way. Right? Yeah. That's in India, Guru Dakshina, they say. You must offer something to the Guru for the teachings that Guru gives us. And I don't expect anything else. I expect you to practice this. So that 6 months later, when you meet me, you are different, you are changed, you are transformed. You are much better versions of yourselves. And when we meet, you can feel the joy better. You can experience that oneness better. That is my wish, that's my blessings, and that is my hope, and that is my demand from all of you. And I hope I will get what I asked for. Yeah. A lot of blessings. Happy Diwali, the festival of lights. Let's light more lamps of love everywhere we go. A lot of joy to you and blessings to you. And I look forward to coming back and seeing you again. All right?
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक परति महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता गुरुदैवमु मर्यन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियंतयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप भुजस्वियो साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंधर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय।